Dun, 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 dun. Intromuziek. Hello, hello. I've got a special turquoise collection, and it's already sold because a friend of mine bought it for his mom, and she also watches the video. I understand she's had a lot of fun watching my videos, so that's really nice for me. And it was extra special to make this because I know it's going to somebody who appreciates it. So yeah, I'll show you what's inside. So it's a turquoise collection, and she also has a girl, 3-year-old, their grandchild that she maybe plays with or writes for or like to craft with. So I made some things in there as well, and it's also with a spirituality touch. So shall we start with the little things? So there's this one, and if you've seen my previous videos, you'll see there's a lot of little bits inside. And I really went for it. It's on my desk for a while. So there's the cabochons with a fairy, and some green, a happy figure. So just some items to craft with. And shiny. Scrappy embellishment. Part of snippet roll. And holographic. Just some bits and pieces in turquoise. And some circles. So you can turn them into tabs or decoration like this. A little label and a circle. Some stamps. Succulent with hot pink. And some stamps. Stork. You can do this with gold accents and some cute little plant parts and other kinds of turquoise. Hey you! And some extra fabric snippets. Mini journal. Some parts just to inspire you. A little embroidered string. It says happy look. And more of those, and another piece of fabric with a flower and some gold. So lots of little pieces in here, mainly to decorate and to have different sources. So all the papers came from my stash. So you have a big variety. So mainly green, but also colors that I thought went well with green. This is one of the first times that I really got it. I've never been a turquoise kind of girl. But now when I see them all together, I get the fairy vibe, especially with this embroidered with some shiny thread and pearl essence buttons and scrappy embellishment. And I made a little drawing, and this is the end, and I've shaped it like a leaf. So lots of love in this one. To spread, and then yeah, there's some eyelash trim on a card, so if it's empty you could refill it. And an extra scrap of the turquoise fabric because it just looks more nice. And you can use all the parts, but it looks pretty until you use it. And then here is a little ephemera folio. So I went all out in turquoise. Quite simple. This is a nice paper pad. You can rip them off and use them, or you can use it as a little booklet and keep it like this and write on the back, or do a little photo, so you can keep it as a booklet, or yeah, cut them off. And then there's some pieces just to get you started. And this is the vintage inspired pieces. And here I stamped on some coffee dyed paper. It's one of my favorite extra scraps if you have a script stamp. Here, this matches as well. Foxes. And you are loved. And this is a way, if you you can layer your washi tapes and make new kinds of decorations. So this is the ephemera folio, and just really excites me. It's so warming, loving all the kinds of turquoise. So this is for the spiritual vibe. This is a floating pocket, and some for a scrapbook based on precious stones. And there's a galaxy themed mini journal with pastels and some hands and crystals. So this is I think I put it in every collection because it's nice to have a little booklet for writing notes. And then there's a scrap back. It's also meant for ripping pieces out, use them in your collages, or make notes here. Well, you know, it also looks nice until you've used it. So this you could use as a scrappy embellishment again. Here's an envelope. It's the blue one with purple. So this is also inspired by the spirituality part. Some extra writing space. And I really like how the scrappy embellishment changes the whole character of the paper. This is the most sexy one with purple and black lace. I don't know about you or if it's just me, but I think it's really a sexy woman thing. Sorry if you don't want to think about your mom like that, but she's a woman, you know. So this part, let me check if I'm still in frame. Yes. La la la. And turquoise envelope with the flip that has two sides. So I hand painted this part, and there's children and spirituality. There's a card. The surroundings doesn't decide who somebody is, but they show who somebody is. James Allen. And a question. Do you sometimes behave differently than you would want to? So it could be like a writing prompt, and then the bohemian flower paper, and a card from an old Happinez with birds. So also you can cut it and use it as two cards, or make pockets out of them, or glue them here, 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 and it's one pocket and a flip, or you leave it as a card, whatever. This is also, it said like happy birthday, but I made a scrappy embellishment right on top, so it's pretty flowers, and you can write whatever you want on the back. So this is also what I really like, because to buy pretty flowers and work around the text. And this is a stamp about an arrow, and somehow arrows with the feathers, they have a quite spiritual vibe. I don't know how exactly they did it, but it makes me think of Indians and hippies. So now we get to the bright part. It's a floating pocket with bright papers, mainly sticky notes, but still. Now I punched out a star. I think you can still glue them on, and I just bought a lot of post-its because they have so pretty colors, and I also use them to make collages. And then kapitein onderbroekenlol. I shuffle words around with some people who have the same kind of humor as me. And so I matched like childish fun of the underpants, underpants dance, underpants humor. That is a bit childish mixed with Captain Underpants, so it's Captain Underpants fun. So unicorns and like all that I could find to put in this scrapbook with a 3-year-old girl and some spirituality. So sun, an arrow. This is great for mod podging on, so part white glue, part water, and just use your brush and brush it on. Some stamps with a happy pig, polka dot clouds, pink elephant, fake stamp. So you could make maybe little envelopes and write the little cards or fake mail to each other, so you don't have to send it, but it looks great. Happy bunny. And this flower is like it really inspires me to draw because it looks so simple but still great. So may it inspire you to draw. And the happy pirates as squid, papegaai, a parrot. It's just so funny. Look, they're so happy. And some little kid pirate, anchor, and some shells. And also this butterfly is just so nice and childish, and fantasy flowers, so you can hopefully feel inspired to draw. And another happy parrot with treasure, pirate ship, and a little pirate girl, whales from the encyclopedia, some star paper for the magic, and unicorns playing. So I expect the girl to also want this, so I put it in twice. And magic rainbow paper, and then some extra little papers if you feel like drawing right away, and of course you don't want to draw on the captain. It says that on the ship, welcome aboard, don't draw on the captain. That's an inside joke. Polka dot clouds, happy pigs, don't draw on the captain. Unicorns. And then this is the cat request. So cat with some wine, a red cat. So I don't know which cat will do something for you. This cat sat by the fire, very happy. A black cat, a vintage card, and then this card, it was a double one, and I turned it into an ephemera folio. So here's some extra papers clipped on, and this is sewn in. This repurposed photo book paper. So there's some images about time and precious stones and a cat, spirituality, watermelon, silver moon, and then here Captain Cat, and vintage. This is from an old book on photography. So it's been on my desk for about a month. And this thing got filled, and this thing also, all the cats I could find ended up here. So please don't ask me for more cats, I don't have any. As you see, I don't really print things from the internet for my collections. So these are all ephemera coming from all the magazines that I've had over the last 20 years. So Chinese toko paper. This is meant for writing your wishes on or your troubles and then burn it. But I thought it's also a special paper you can write on and put it somewhere in your journal. And then there's the journal. I'm really proud of this part. I put so much attention to detail. Some tabbies sticking out for fun. And then so I didn't do much. This is the journal for you to fill up, but here you can write your name or the date that you started. Some starting tabs, fabric pocket with some extra writing paper. Washi, the layering of the pastels, the vintage style with the pocket, and here it's made out of casserole bone receipt roll, and I painted the sides and rolled it around some pattern paper, and I glued it so you can leave it long, write on it, keep it long, or use whatever you need and then cut it off little pieces. This may be hard to write on, but it's pretty shiny. You can also always clip something on, or just use this side. It's a little paper pack. Washi tab. And here you can put something in the middle. Here, this is also pocket. And here you can glue something on or write a little message. There's also turquoise, and maybe you can clip an envelope on it. It's from an old construction paper book, and it's really soft, nice paper. So the layering of the pastels, little collage, and this is the same trick. It said happy birthday, and I think it's wonderfully vintage yellow, bright. And this is the special coffee dye where I just left it in the bucket and it turned really dark, so to play with that. And here the colors really match. I was so happy. I'm not sure if I would have come up with these color combinations if it wasn't here in the palm trees. So gonna put it back together. Maybe I'll show you one extra time how the closure works. So make a neat pile, and this one on top, and then hold it. Wrap it around. not too loose, but definitely not too fast. So, and then just once around the button. And you can also hang a little tag here or some beads. So if you want to unwrap it, that's about it. So there's plenty of room to grow. Add your own envelopes or just pieces of paper if you want to fold them and put them into the pile and it can grow, or separate them, make one for your memories about spirituality and one for something else. So I really hope you like it, and thanks for watching my videos. I had super much fun creating this. I'm so happy that it's going to a real person, and enjoy very much. And everybody, I hope you're inspired and lots of fun crafting. Scrappy happy crafting. Yay! Bye bye.